Hey guys, MKDH here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past No Damage Effective Minimalist playthrough. Last time, we managed to scale Death Mountain to reach the Tower of Hera, which means we got past the RNG with the dead rocks and the boulders. Hooray! Hopefully we won't have to put up with that twice more. Hopefully. So, we're at the Tower of Hera to collect our pendant, so let's go. We start off the Tower of Hera with an introduction to a new concept, the crystal switches. The crystal switches can be toggled by hitting them to change how the blocks are handled. Depending on the crystal switch's color, the same color blocks will be lowered, the other color will be raised to block our way. Yeah, that will make for some interesting scenarios. Here's the Kodango. The Kodango spews fire, moves in a cardinal direction, also spews fire. The fire will keep moving until it hits a wall, at which point it lingers for a few seconds before going out. Not a big threat, really. This treasure chest contains the map, which allows us to see what the Tower of Hera is like, and true to the form, the Tower of Hera is basically just handling the center tile on each floor, and there's 6 floors in total. We can guess that the boss is on the 6th floor. Also, this telepathy tile. Wait, it is I, Sahashala the Elder. I've come out twice. In the dungeon, you can gaze into the magic mirror to return to the exit at any time. Do not forget this. Yeah, the magic mirror base can be used like an exit spell, without using any MP at that. It will respawn enemies, but it will also regenerate supply items such as hearts and arrows. And it can even be used to escape boss fights, although those will be reset. Of course, we're not going to exploit this, because this is a self-imposed challenge. Dang it. We gotta go down to the 1st floor and meet our new enemy type, the Stalfos. The Stalfos, in case you're wondering, is the difference. The red Stalfos, unlike the blue Stalfos, will throw upon finishing a jump. So that's more demand for skill right there. I shouldn't forget to switch this back. Yeah. So we needed to go to that room in the 1st floor to get that small key. And we need a small key to open this door, leading to the rest of the 1st floor. And yeah, this room has flying tiles. And these are actually mandatory to deal with because until all the flying tiles are gone, the door forward will stay closed. So yeah, we actually do have to deal with the flying tiles in this reduced space. I mean, it's no problem really, but beyond just requiring a little concentration. There we go. I mean, the fact that the flying tiles are mandatory makes that having the crystal switch be behind pots a little redundant beyond no damage speedrunning. Yeah, I'm doing this at my own pace, assuming it. I mean, I'm doing a minimalist, for God's sake, or effective minimalist. A few mini Moldorms, but no problem. Only one isn't trapped behind the orange blocks. Dang it, I missed both of them. Yeah, that's what happens when the red Stalfos gets to complete the jump. Why'd I do that? Yeah, we had to deal with this simple 4-torch puzzle to get the big key. So now we can actually progress up those higher floors. And that big bottle completely fills our magic meter, in case you're wondering about my shot. Not that it matters too much, but anyway. Definitely toggle this switch so that we won't get blocked by the orange blocks when we come back up and have to go back down. And yes, the flying tiles actually will respawn on their own. We would go back down. So now that we can proceed, we can deal with these Hardhat Beetles. Yeah, the Hardhat Beetles are durable and taking 3 hits a piece. And if you hit them with sword, you'll bounce back a bit. So be mindful of your positioning so you don't get bounced back into a pit or an enemy in the vicinity. The Hardhat Beetles will try to pathfind their way to Link, but it's pretty much a straight line. So they won't be considered a terrain, although they won't fall down pits on their own. You can knock them down pits though. But anyway, we have a star switch. Star switches change the positioning of pits. So they're basically toggles like the crystal switches are. So anyway, now that we can go through the big locked door and find ourselves in the compromising positioning with the Hardhat Beetles, yeah, we can proceed. And thankfully, most of the Tower of Hera is easy. Not that I say most. You'll see what I mean, and I'm glad for it so much. Honestly. Just the amount of time I have to take, that's the problem. We have a choice between a crystal switch and a star switch. We'll take the star switch. We want to keep the crystal switch toggle to orange or red occasionally. Well, either can work. So, wow, you went to look for that. We could either go with blue and orange contrast or blue and red contrast. Blue and orange are opposite colors on the color wheel, just making it clear, contrary to popular culture. Dang it, the turn to get that moment. At least he's dealt with. So this late into the dungeon, we get the compass, which allows us to find the boss, and we could already guess that the boss is on the top floor. Just playing it safe, Padongos. Yeah, we got rid of those Padongos. A little convenient. And also showcase the big chest being there. And it does relate to what I talked about with the big tile, I'm telling you right now. Look, in his eyes, the house on the other. Moon knows that the moon pearl is in his tower. Whoever has the moon pearl is protected so that his home will not change into dark pearls. Do not find it and escape in the tower. Don't forget the moon pearl. And yeah, no doubt the moon pearl is within that chest. But there's one problem. When we step on the star switch, the pit is moved forward. When we step on the other star switch, it's moved back. Yeah, no matter which toggle, we can't make a direct approach for the big treasure chest, and yeah, we'll have to find another way to drop in. Oh, and by the way, that fireball, it's called a spark. It's basically like this. It basically moves around the perimeter like the Super Mario Brothers 2 spark. And speaking of Super Mario Brothers references, we have an XP at the fire bar from the original Super Mario Brothers called the Guru Guru Bar. The Guru Guru Bar, what was it? Circles around the block. Oh boy. There may be variants that move anti-clockwise. I'd have to check. This one definitely moves clockwise though. And right now you may notice that I'm spinning off this red Hardhat Beetle. The red Hardhat Beetles are faster and more durable than their blue brethren. Nothing too unmanageable when isolated though, but it can be annoying to take out. And as for this new obstacle, this is a bumper. It will bump us in the direction we approach on, and it likes to be specific about that. You might notice that I nudged a single, maybe a few pixels at most upwards, and we got bounced back in a significantly different direction. Yeah, so be mindful not to bump into them in the first place. Although bumpers can work to your advantage, you saw them work on the Hardhat Beetles and knock one into a pit. But anyway, we needed to step on that star switch guarded by the Guru bar to make this pit appear. And we had to fall into this pit from the top. If we fall from the bottom, we step onto the star switches and trigger the pit that would block us from the Moon Pearl. This protects the hero from the changing effects of the Golden Power. So yeah, the Moon Pearl won't serve any purpose in this dungeon, but it will serve a purpose before too long. Oh, and also as a note, it's just a proof of concept that while looking bombable, isn't... Yeah, the sounds give away that that wall is not bombable. And you might notice this gray diamond tile to my south. It has to do with this pit, which is a secret to everybody. This pit drops us through the bases on the various floors. The big bases on the various floors. All the way to the one on the second floor where enemies respawn for some reason. And it drops us here in a room with a couple of small fairies. And also this thing. A warp tile, which is actually more likely than a gray tile than the back on the 5th floor. A warp tile will send us to a predetermined destination. In this case, the grayed out tile on the 5th floor. In this case, we can see that the grayed out tile will be a warp destination tile. So yeah, we'll get back into that later. And as for these pots surrounded by the orange blocks that are down because we have the crystal switches toggled to orange or red or whatever. Yeah, each of them contain a heart. There's 12 in total. And yeah, that would exceed a full row, which we don't quite have yet. Yeah, you want to bet that that's suspicious video game generosity? Well, you'd be right, because we have to fight that one boss. Meet Moldorm, who can be a pain to deal with. Like, he was a bit generous there. He didn't camp out the only entrance into his arena. And I wish that was the end of his problems, but no, we're just getting started. Because you notice that he's erratic and I get a problem for not paying attention compared to... But, yeah. As you can see, Moldorm is erratic. And, yeah, you can't attack his head either because it's invulnerable to sword strikes. No, you just get bounced back if you try, and that leads into the other core problem. You can actually fall off the arena, and if you do, the whole fight immediately resets, complete with Moldorm getting a full health refill. Of course, if we get hit, then getting hit may as well be falling out the arena for me. Still, we have to hit Moldorm on the tail, and yes, that makes his erratic movement a problem because we have to outmaneuver it correctly and hit his tail in the midst of it. And he's not going to make that easy. Gosh, he doesn't even make dodging him easy at all. I mean, I'm so glad that... Oh my god. I'm so glad that the rest of the Tower of Hera is cheaper. I wouldn't mind a little less length to all this, because... Gosh! And to think, Moldorm is made the first boss in Link's Awakening. Yeah, I mean, Link Awakening gives you the rock's feather to jump over Moldorm. But still, he's an early bird boss there. Oh, come on. And in case you're wondering why I haven't tried using spin attacks yet, it's because spin attacks do not deal more damage to Moldorm. I wish they did. It would have allowed for bypassing its turn shred phase if you're holding a kill with it. Bait Moldorm in green position. Come on. And yeah, that's another thing about what I want to do. Because sometimes Moldorm can turn right towards the pit and bounce off. He can catch you unexpectedly if you that way if you're not prepared for it. Whoa! He nearly cornered me. Things I do for you. Okay, there we go. One hit finally. Of course, we have to hit Moldorm on the tail 6 times. And of course, Moldorm has a turn red face, and it's very, very aggravating. God. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. Okay, straight line, please. Thank you. We had to find moments where Moldorm will cooperate. So that makes fatigue a very real concern too. Especially when you remember that... yeah. Especially when you remember that Four Swords Adventure has a good rendition of the boss battle music. Okay, good. It's a good thing that only the head deals contact damage. The rest of Moldorm's body won't, thankfully. It's just the head. It's more than enough. 4 or 5 minutes in and I've barely gotten in 3 hits. Come on, over here. Use fast. Stop going in the slanted angles. Pest. Oh my god, that was precarious. Come on. Jesus, are you going to give me cooperative behavior or not? Apparently not. There we go. Down top. Again. Why did he have to bounce off the it? Okay, we're on the last phase. Come on. Yeah, because we're on the last hit. Moldorm moves so much faster. dead! He's dead! He's dead! I mean, that was a little iffy, but he's finally dead! Dead! You have no idea how annoying Moldorm was! Heck, you see how long that battle lasted! But finally, he's dead! That was sheer dumb luck, because, yeah, I was hoping to use spin attack mechanics to fight him, but I ended up getting lucky. But after how annoying Moldorm was in general, I'll take this! And we get the last pendant! We've won the Pendant of Wisdom, which is colored red for some reason. With this, we have collected all 3 pendants. Go now to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword. Ding! It's done. So this is where I'm going to start uploading this entire series. But anyway, now that that's dealt with, next time we are going to get the Master Sword. So until then, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day. MKDH out. Good riddance, Moldorm!